Okie dokie, caddies at the Glen, take two. I just did the session before, and it was a complete Sunday drive in P3. And I was just trying to talk too much to fill time and keep it somewhat interesting. And I ended up hitting a curb I've never touched once, and self-spinning, hitting the inside wall, coming out of the carousel, and lost the front bumper, had a bunch of damage, lost another position. So we're gonna try again. But yeah, full disclosure, I stepped on my own shoelace. And we're going to try to not do that this time. I might just not talk as much. This is a much more full session, but it's not much, if at all, stronger field. Because I'm actually a higher car number than I was. So, with that said, I just would love to finish the race. And I do have decent pace, I think. So I think we should be okay for a podium if I can just keep the wheels under me. And yeah, it was this curb right here. I just gassed it, and it just immediately went into an uncontrolled self-spin on, like, I don't know, lap like 8 or 9, like we were halfway through the race. Never happened to me there once. It's really weird. But we do have decent pace, so I'm happy with, I think, where we'll be able to end up if we can just keep our nose clean. And I didn't think I needed to learn a whole lot from doing an actual race, but only thing I will say is it reinforced the need to brake in a straight line and the need to not chase ET on entry because you'll kill your exits. That's no bueno. You need your exits to defend as well. If you've got somebody in front of you that's slower that you would like to get by. I totally botched the corner. Talking. So it'll probably be a second lap. A lot better than this one. But this is such a fun combo. And I was saying before, I'll say it again, I would have liked to have gotten a couple of these races in earlier in the week instead of Monday before the changeover. But just haven't had the time or energy line up properly to do one of these. Not a bad lap at all. Just important to get that inside curb there. Get on the gas as soon as you possibly can. I gotta remember to shift up much earlier than I have been here. I still have no clue if 6th or if 5th or 6th is better down the long straight here. I've just been leaving it. Does make it a little simpler as far as having only one downshift into the bus stop. I almost lost it there. I have no interest in pushing this hard during the race. It's just going to end up bad. I'm certainly not that talented. But we'll see what we can find as far as qualifying. Lost some time here, it looks like. That's going to be a wall, and we're going to lose everything we gained. Which looks like it would have been 2/10. I don't know that that would have moved us up. No, it wouldn't have done anything at all. So, yeah, we might be in a bit more of a Sunday drive mode again, unfortunately. It just seems like we're there on pace, but not alien level. So, I think the top two guys were in the last race I did, and they just pulled away immediately, which I expected. And we didn't have anybody but 3 seconds back to us before I decided to wreck and end my race early. I was hoping that the next session would fill up more, and it did, but it didn't fill up with anybody else that I think will even race, unfortunately. But yeah, I think we just need to talk a little less this time by and just focus on finishing the race cleanly, because there was no reason I shouldn't have before. I just was not focused on the track. I was trying to talk too much. So, got 2 minutes. I don't edit these videos because I just don't care enough, so this won't be cut out. I'll talk now, and that'll make up for a lot of silent laps, hopefully. Yeah, went back and got some more water and just hydrated up to try to do one of these again. That was very frustrating to step on my own shoelace like that. Don't really do that a whole lot anymore, now that I've got a lot more experience, but sometimes stuff happens, I guess. Was planning to do an eye tested in the GT3, or the IMSA class, I should say, at the same track later today. That was before I am doing a take 2. I don't know if we'll have time or energy to do that now, because I haven't gotten one of those in yet, but you know, we'll see. I don't know if they're going to switch that over to a different series and track, or what's going to happen with it, or if it's just done and that's it, and then we'll see the multi-class pace cars next season, or what. So we'll see what happens with that. Big fan of the Glen in general, so and I don't know what's on the cards for this week as far as the schedule yet. I haven't quite looked, but it may not matter. It may depend on when I have time to do anything at all. So I think the only thing I do know of is that 87s are going to be at Willow Springs. I haven't quite really practiced it yet. It'll probably be something, if I do it, it'll be at the end of the week. I'll get to it, and so we'll see. The problem's going to be participation there for sure. So, and I didn't look last time at what the track temp was. It's 87, and it is 6:30 in the morning. So yeah, track temp won't be an issue or become a thing really. Hottest it'll probably get would be around like 90, like the low 90s maybe, if it even gets up that much.
Keep it clean. The DNF today would hurt our points a lot.
Yeah, same 2 cars starting on the front row from my last race. Same car on my outside as the last race. So, and I gapped him pretty fast. There's not really any higher iRating guys back there, looks like, unfortunately. So it should probably, I'd assume, play out about the same, and just need to keep my nose clean here. I've got 25 minutes. It's about 13 laps, if I'm not mistaken. 12 or something. I don't exactly know. The laps are just about 2 minutes. Depending where they catch the white flag, I guess. It should be 12 or 13 laps, I think. We need to make sure we set our brakes just ever so slightly back. I would love to see what this car could do with open setup, if you could play with the driver aids and, I don't know, just turn them off maybe, or optimize the wing and dial in the camber and all that kind of stuff, but I think it's probably for the better with how much participation this series already gets, that it is fixed setup.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Alright, looks like we're gridded up.
One to go.
Pretty annoying.
pace car.
Yeah, nothing about this combo is tricky really to me. Feels very comfortable. The car drives pretty well here. It's slower than the last time they came. Like my fast lap here all time I think is like a mid 47, and I can barely get under 49s now. I don't know what that's about, if it's setup or I don't know. I don't really get it, but it's definitely a little slower across the board for everybody. Not sure what that's about. That was odd. Didn't have any issues with him last race. Might just not be paying attention. Yeah, I don't know if they changed the setup. I was originally thinking, okay, maybe the track temp's way up. Maybe that's what's going on with that. But no, I mean, it's hotter, but it's not. Shouldn't be. I mean, maybe it does affect it that much, but it doesn't seem like it should have that much of an impact. I'm gonna go ahead as well, actually. We're gonna raise our driver, yeah, seating position up just a little bit. I don't know what's going on with this formation lap, these guys. Being really weird. In fact, I don't know where the hell the guy behind me is. Not really sure what's going on here. Someone's supposed to be behind me, but I don't know where that person is. Very confusing. A little worrying. Someone's in the pits. That's not who's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just suddenly a lot more D-class than the last race was, even though these are all the same people up here. Not sure what that's all about. Someone's being a total jackass back there. Alright, well. We'll be fine on pace if we can just get through turn one without someone hanging the throttle or something crazy like that. The one car didn't do any gimmicks last time. I'm sure he won't need to either. He's got the pace, so just need to hug up here and make sure we don't hang our gear. Not fighting the 2 car. Just want to get away from these guys behind here. This is a little concerning. Some kind of struggle going on with the 2 car right now. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. bottoming out there. Really got a great run through the S's there. And we missed the bus stop. Oh, that's... I'm gonna have to get out of that or we'll get a 1X.
What are you doing, bro?
Gotta be careful on that last little bit of curb right there I just went through, because in this car, I don't know if it's the ride heights. It doesn't happen in GT3, but it'll like hook you. And you'll just eat the right side wall and get wheel damage really easily. So, just be careful there. Keep having good exits there. Too wide there. Not trying to push my braking zones really at all, just trying to worry about making sure I get my good exits on all these corners. I'm not good enough to push the braking zones too much further than I already am, and I need to make sure I'm keeping up with my exits. Someone left, I'm not going to look up and worry about who, it's not in front of us. Left a lot of track out there on that one. I left some out there too that time by. Track is darkened, which I just can't stand. Looks awful. I'm not a fan of overcast day in the first place, but it just looks horrible in iRacing to me at least. There we go, that's a little bit better. not my greatest exit. We missed the apex there pretty bad. I'd like to break the draft of the guy behind and just kind of safely put him behind us. Yeah, I can't wait for the graphical update, the lighting update that they're going to have. I don't know if it's going to affect anything as far as daytime with the shadows and whatnot, but I sure hope so. I missed the bus stop pretty bad there. That was a pretty bad time by. Seem to be keeping a decent pace. Miss pretty bad there. I've just got to focus on my racing every time I try not to. I make a slight mistake. Right. Lap times have fallen off. Session best is a 49 with a 3. I am really late shifting there every time by. I just totally forget to get up to 5th before I'm all the way at the steepest point of the S's. Trying to feel out when the car is pointed correctly. I'm a little late to it, but it's on the safe side, so I'm okay with it. Not trying to push very hard. Wait, at the moment. We've shaken the guy behind as far as the draft. Keeping pace with the guy in front of us, which I'm happy about. I don't know that we're going to have anything to catch him. I'm not worried about if we do catch him or not, but I'm happy that we're in his draft, keeping pace. Got a couple lapped caddies coming up here. Uh-oh, got somebody coming out of the pits in a very bad spot to catch them. This may not go well.
We're in a podium position.
We really need him to just let us by.
Clear on the right.
Alright, well that didn't kill us too much. I was a little probably too safe there. I kept it in 4th in case I needed agility to dodge anything that he was going to do. And we really missed the corner there pretty bad, but that's alright. Looks like this lapper ahead was able to get the guy in front by, which is nice. I didn't see if it was nice or not, actually, but we're going to hope he'll play nicely with us. Would have been nice to get by him like right here, but we're going to have to deal with him up the S's, it looks like. Killed my bus stop. I needed the draft to make sure we actually got by him. I didn't think he was going to pull over for us. Didn't indicate that he was willing to do that, but it's all good. I know now that he was trying to do the right thing, and I appreciate that.
Right side. Clear.
We're actually hitting lap traffic this time by. We didn't do that at all on the other race I did, even though I wrecked. But yeah, I mean, even still, I don't... There was like one Kia and a couple Cadillacs that were slow that quit. So we're actually getting some multi-class and variance in speed, which is nicer. I mean, that's what the series is supposed to be about. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the two car. He's just had some like moments where it's like he's texting and driving almost. Sun's back out. Sunrise. Still doing that thing where I just leave it in fourth like an idiot. But we've about lost the draft on the two car at this point, so. That was a joke of a carousel. I need to trail that off more than what I'm doing. Yes, if I do it properly there, it seems to help a lot. I'm glad the sunrise is shining right on the final turn, basically making the apex a complete guessing game. That's fantastic. Found the lead Kia. Should be able to get by him up here on the hill. I even got it in gear a little more correctly that time, I think. Should just be able to go around him here. He's keeping an eye out for us. Uh-oh. Nope, we sorted it out. Compromised my speed a bit. That could have been poor etiquette on me. I don't even know. I'm pretty comfortable at the Glen in general, but I did watch back Carl Sampson's Caddies at the Glen guide from last season, and I was saying earlier the speed's way slower this time, this season. Not sure if it's set up or what, but it was a good refresher on corner approach. That was scary. Again, that curb is like really deceptively dangerous. Just does some weird things with the tires on this car and even the GT4 as well. I'm underdriving pretty bad at this point, but we've got nothing really going on around us. There is 0 point for me to be chasing ET. I say as I almost loop it on turn 1. Okie dokie, we've got 1 lap to go. Looks like we've got a lapper in front of us. I don't know if we'll catch him. This would have been the same exact result as the previous race I did. I wasn't really worried about coming back for another one to try to win or whatever. It just was never a possibility, honestly, with how fast Daniel is. But I just wanted to finish one, and I knew it was a 1 in 100 wreck for me, which just shows you how bad it really was. But yeah, I really like this combo, and I wanted to record it because I think it's fun. It's a fun watch. I mean, unfortunately, we didn't have a whole lot of racing to do, but I did want to document this particular combo because I like it a lot. It's something I'll do every time it's available. Definitely tried to talk a little less this time, so if you hate my voice, you probably will like this video more. Looks like a lapped car had an issue. Sure, he'll be able to bring it around and finish it off. He's got somebody behind him for position, and he doesn't want to give that up, so I'll motivate him to not step on his shoelaces again. So yeah, that's how you underdrive to third in the Caddy at the Glen.
You got it, slow car on the right. Car stopped on the right. There's the flag. It's over. Good job. Very good job.
Fun sound. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I just, like I kept saying over and over, I wrecked before and I just wanted to finish a race, but I really like the combo. And there's the new paint, which I didn't have in the old race, or the previous race, and I wanted to put it on, so maybe that's all we needed. Just for some good luck, just threw something else I made on. Seemed like, for the most part, up front at least, it wasn't really much going on. Yeah, so Daniel and Teddy, those guys are fast, man. They've really got it. I mean, Daniel had 15 seconds on us. I didn't run as fast, I think, as I did the previous race, but I'm really happy with that qualifying effort. It's pretty good. I think my fastest was a 49.3, and then we kind of caught traffic in some spots where I maybe could have been faster, but yeah, I don't know. The tires started to wear. It felt like a little bit, and I was just trying to focus on keeping it together. The track cooled off. It's pretty interesting. I guess it was cloudy for a while, but we'll take the 0x. I guess I'll pull the results as well on this one. I lost 0.04 safety and 11 iRating from the last race, so let's see what we got back. Still waiting on it to pull the results, I guess. We've got somebody finishing up. Who's still out there? Somebody's still out there. Let's see. Everyone done? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Excuse me, we'll grab 50 iRating and get some safety rating back, getting closer to being over 4. Haven't been there in a while in sport cars, so that'll be nice if I can just not step on my shoelaces. I haven't really had any trouble keeping myself clean from other folks lately, but yeah, that was just a slip up the previous race. But that was good to get one in, finish it cleanly, and kind of finish where I knew I could. I'm happy with the pace I think I have in the car this week in this combo. Just didn't really have anybody to race with too much, I guess, but oh well. And thanks for clicking the video.